So we're out on the range today. I got Steve with me, and Steve, explain what we're doing with this Ruger 1022 yours.
Okay, so the receiver screw on a 1022 is super important when it comes to the accuracy of your groups downrange. I didn't know that until I started shooting 1022s. So there's an inch-pound recommendation for it, but different rounds have different groups with specific inch-pounds of torque. So what we did is we started at 18, and then we went super cold out here. We started at 18 and went in 2 inch-pound increments, and then shot a 5-shot group. And we went all the way up to 24, then we went back down to 16, and then we shot 28 just for the heck of it, and it turns out 16 inch-pounds actually shoots the best out of this rifle. So, but I would bet it changes from bullet to bullet. So if you wanted to get really into the weeds, you could probably do this with every different ammunition, and you could keep records on what inch-pounds of torque works best for your bullets. And you can literally, I'm sure you'll probably show it in the video, you can see the impact change. I'm aiming at the same spot every single time off of a rest, and you can see the impact of the bullets change based on how much torque is on that screw. So it's not what's the word I'm looking for? Not quackery.
It's not a myth or a legend.
It's the real deal. It does affect your bullet's impact 100%.
The science behind that is barrel harmonics. When you torque that screw to different settings, you're changing the harmonics in that barrel as that shock wave travels back and forth in that barrel. And I do believe at 4150 with 4150 steel. Hi UPS. With 4150 steel, I believe it's something like 18,000 feet per second is what that shock wave, from the minute that that round starts going off and that bullet starts traveling down the barrel, that shock wave travels roughly 18,000 feet per second back and forth along that barrel. Just until the bullet leaves. Well, when you change the barrel harmonics, you're changing, the rate at which that shock wave travels back and forth, and you can time it to where that shock wave is at the receiver when the bullet leaves the muzzle. And that gives you better groups.
Yep. All right. There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, let's go look at all the footage we're shooting, and I'll see y'all in the office after we get done shooting. 24 inch-pounds. Aguila 22 pistol match competition. $1,022. $988. Struggling on them numbers again, but 1,021. $1,004. $1,030. You had one low number, one real low number. That gives us a average of 1,013, extreme spread of 42, standard deviation of 15. That's better than the last couple ones.
Which is pretty close to what they said online.
Yeah.
Let's go look. The first 3, were really good. And then the last 2, of course, could have been me. So it went 1, 2, 3.
It's not bad.
4, 5. That's still the best.
16 inch-pounds. That ammo smells interesting.
I just heard a ricochet.
Oh yeah, 1014 was the first one. 1007 was the second. We didn't pick that one up. No, 1004 and 1020. There we go. Okay. $10.48. It's not bad. Not as good. There's some flyers on that one too, though. That could have been the ammo, though.
Let's see. Let's do 18. Let's go back to 18.
Yeah.
Let me really focus on the shot string.
Do it.
And then if we don't have any, 18 just might have to be where we have to go. All right, Chris, this is like 18.5.
Whew. All right, I'm getting you set up. So 18.5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Duplicate.
I'm gonna do second from the bottom, far right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Didn't pick that one up. That was quiet too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was 1046 on the first one, 1036 on the second. Looking good. $9.97. 10.08. 10.30. Smells good. That was 5. Yeah, I gotta tell you when there's 5. All these numbers are looking pretty close to the same.
What was that shot string average?
1023 feet per second, 49 feet per second extreme spread, 18 feet per second standard deviation.
Chris, I don't know. Come down here and look. Oh, maybe this ammo is just not. I would like to bust out.
Try your standard velocities.
So, look at how that changed the bullet impact, man.
It does.
I'm aiming the same spot on every single one of these.
Is that a...
I was aiming right here.
That's a loose ass group.
Look at that.
Wow. That really fucked your entire day up on that group.
It did.
Realistically, I think 5's probably your best solid group, you know what I'm saying?
Which one?
This one. Where they're all 5 of them in the paper, for the most part, minus that one flyer.
All right, Chris, I'm going far left, second from the top.
Okay.
Put this right in the center of your chronograph. And you say it's ready?
It's ready, buddy. 28 inch pounds.
Oh, shit.
1005. Just give it a little half cock. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh,
that one's a
didn't
little
extract.
Light. That one's a little light.
Yeah. Sounded like it. Read like it. 1014. 1037.
Well, they're all over the place.
1011. 1012.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Smell this. It smells like ammonia. It's odd.
I don't know what a Gila does to their ammo.
They might use nitroguanidine in that.
Is there any, alright.
It's clean. It's clean burning, though.
What do we say? 16 was the best?
16 was the best.
Well, let's try something. Can you set that for 16 for me?
I will.
Is there any of the CCI left?
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, that's the chickens.
That's fucking weird.
We're on 16.
No. Yes, you're on 16. Here's that. Let me find you some CCIs.
These may not shoot great because the bullet coatings are different. You know, when you change bullet coatings, it takes so long before the bore adapts to the new coating.
Really?
And 22s are really particular, man.
Oh, I put Ativ instead of Steve on your shit. My bad.
But this is 16-inch pounds CCI.
You're set. CCI Standard Velocity, 16-inch pounds.
I don't know which target to shoot at. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm shooting Chris. I'm shooting 2 up, right in the middle. 2 up, second one from the bottom, square in the center. Okay.
Sounds good. $1,061. $1,053. $1,046. $1,044. $1,056. Those are the best numbers we've had all day, Steve.
Well, that's CCI for you, man.
That was 1,052 feet per second average with a 17 feet per second extreme spread and 6 feet per second standard deviation.
Let's go see.
You can shoot 100 yards those damn things as long as they hold a good group.
Dude, my hands are frozen. This is what I plan on shooting squirrels with. Well, they make a hollow point version of this too. Oh, dude, that's it right there. Can you see which one it is?
Yeah, I see it.
Right there.
You just right down there, and you've shot
Look at that.
all 5 of those to hit the squirrel's head and kill it. At 30 yards, that's pretty damn good. You know it?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at the top left of your homemade target, because I'm thinking they're gonna shoot high.
Yeah. The 36 grain, they're going to be running probably a little bit quicker.
Looks like it's shooting out 5 inches above your chronograph. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we don't hit the chronograph, we're fucking golden, buddy. As long as the chronograph picks them up.
All right, here we go. This is Armscore suppressed 1022.
Picked it up, 1168. 1157. 1162. 1151. 1173.
Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
Well, it ain't horrible accuracy.
Out of 5 shots, you averaged 1162 feet per second with an extreme spread of 22 feet per second and a standard deviation of 8 feet per second. You did better than all your Aguilas.
Is better than the Aguilas?
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Those are like, the Aguilas are typically like cheap Mexican ammo. Where'd you shoot at? Yeah. Accuracy wasn't worth a fuck.
1, 2, 3. I don't even know where the other one went. No, that whole
4. Is that one?
It might have been that one. She didn't shoot any that far over.
No. So the accuracy ain't worth a shit on those.
No.
Okay. Well, if my gun runs these standard
So
velocities.
look, I just shot. Now, just think about this for a second. I just shot this
Mm-hmm.
with a scope out of a rest,
Yeah.
and she shot that with open sights
Same ammo.
with same ammo. So
You know, I think she might be a better shot than what that ammo gives her credit for. So we're back in the office. We're going to talk about the numbers that we got with Steve's 1022. Unless otherwise noted, these are the ammunition used is the Aguila pistol match, I think is what it was called. So when we went to 24-inch pounds, as you saw, it was not a super great group. And it's be honest, the numbers kind of reflect that. These numbers really need to stay around at least under 20 on the extreme spread. So how this works is you want a really nice tight group, but you also want to have really nice tight numbers. And then if you can't get the really nice tight numbers with a really nice tight group, that's okay as well. But it does you no good to have tight numbers with a shitty group. And the reason being is because that spread of 42 feet per second, when you're talking about a bullet traveling 1,050 feet per second, that's a big difference. As you can tell right here, not even 1,050. So we got 988 and 1,030. Well, that's not a big deal if you're shooting 10, 15, 20 yards. But once you get out to like 50, 70, if you wanted to lob one out at like 100 yards, that's where you're going to start seeing that dispersion. So the slower bullets are going to have a longer flight time. Wind is going to affect them more, and gravity is going to affect them more, and that's how that works. So, not great. 28, a little bit better, but as I recall, I don't think the groups were all that good. 18.5 groups were a little meh. I think 22 inch pounds the groups weren't too bad, and 24 wasn't horrible. And then we went back down to like 18.5, and they weren't great either. Once we got to 16 inch pounds, though, with the pistol match, we did start seeing decent groups. The grouping started to shrink down a little bit more, but we still had that weird kind of high extreme spread. Well, once we got to the CCI, see how that extreme spread went down? Sometimes with ammunition, you do get what you pay for. And this is a good example of that. CCI is a very reliable 22 ammunition. It's pretty much the gold standard for 22 LR ammunition and even 22 shorts. So we went down to CCI Standard Velocity, which is their standard lead round nose that runs 1,070 feet per second. We got a little bit less velocity because we're shooting it out of a shorter barrel 1022. But you can see, 1,061 to 1,044, those are good numbers. That's something I would be comfortable lobbing out to 100 yards with. And if, as you saw, the group shrank down. Now, we didn't scrub the barrel in between the pistol matches, which I believe were copper plated, maybe, where they might have had some other lube on them. And these, well, when you scrub the barrel in between each one, you can really shrink those groups down. And you'll see that in a later video. It won't be the next video I do. It'll be the next one after that. We've already shot it. And it's ammo selection with a 1022. And we used a 1022 and my 22 conversion kit. And we ran several major manufacturers of ammunition, including CCI, Remington, Winchester. We tried some more Armscore, stuff like that. And we got way crazy results with that. And you'll see that later. But per this video right now, 16 inch pounds with the CCI Standard Velocity is really where you need to be. And then we went back through and we tried the Armscore. And as you can see with the Armscore, we had about a 22 feet per second extreme spread, not too bad. However, that group was like this. Like you'd be lucky to hit a squirrel at 30 yards. You'd be lucky to body shot a squirrel at 30 yards with those. The accuracy out of his rifle was completely terrible. But as you'll see in the next video, the accuracy with the Armscores out of the 22 conversion kit was actually not too bad. And then we went back, this is 18 inch pounds of Gila pistol match. And those numbers were all over the place. It's that ammo, guys. One, Aguila's it's a cheap Mexican ammo. Two, maybe it's just the powder they used is designed for pistols, and that's why it caused those weird spreads. I don't know. It's just not very good ammo for the Ruger 1022, or at least Steve's Ruger 1022. My Ruger 1022 might get totally different results. It just depends. It also depends if you got a stainless steel barrel in action versus a 4150 steel barrel in action, because the barrel harmonics change through that. And as you can see, that takedown screw torque really does matter. So make sure that you're doing what we just did in this video. If you got a 1022, I would start at 16 and work your way up and see which one was most accurate with whatever ammo you want to use. And with that, I'm out. I hope you all have a great day. Love you guys. See you.